I developed a passion for, I didn't study the exam just to pass it. You know, I developed an interest in the subject और पूरा किताब चाट जाती थी मैं, you know, and in my very first client presentation, I applied all the knowledge, what is human life value, everything to my first client, and I got my first, of course I was my own first client, but my real first client was, my very first check 15 years ago was up for 15 lakhs, which really gave me a boost. In the sense, what I'm trying to say is that अगर आपने पूरा दिल लगाकर ये subject पढ़ा है, तो ethics, you know, right selling, all comes into place. Everything is there in your syllabus over there. You know, if you just pay attention to all of it. So what I'm trying to say is, sorry, I lost track of. Yeah. So that's how I came into this profession. And उसके बाद there was no looking back. First year में within a month I became a member of the $1 Million Round Table. Next year I was quote of the table, and last 13 years I've been top of the table. The MDRT Foundation in the US identify women, you know, potential women leaders. They made me the company chair, area chair, and last 2 years I've been the zone chair for South Asia. So itna growth pattern for a simple ordinary housewife like me, and believe me, अगर मेरी जैसी कोई ordinary wife कर सकती है, तो आप सबकी wives भी कर सकती हैं. You all have children, they have their responsibilities, पर वो सब बड़े हो रहे हैं. साथ साथ में आप लोग आ रहे हैं. I'm so happy to see some of you who have come with your wives over here as a couple, or which is, I mean, I would like to applaud all of you who have, you know, actually come with your families. तो कहीं घर जाके, if you can sort of bring your wife into this professional, as अब शाम को जाके आप discuss कर सकते हैं. Of course, झगड़े के points भी काफी बनते हैं. मैं और अजीत, my husband, we have our difference of opinion. But last 30 years since my married life, every week we go for a movie. और last 5 साल से तो twice a week movie है. तो वो और मैं, we will have our differences. पर फिर भी 2 टिकट आएंगी, एक ड्रेसिंग टेबल पे रहेगी, मैं अलग जाऊंगी, वो अलग जाएंगे, पर हम मूवी जाएंगे जरूर. So you know, so bringing your wives does have its disadvantages, because there will be more points of arguments or differences of opinion, but then you make up in different ways. So yeah, that's my story.
I have a slightly different story. I've always been working. I did my MBA and I took my first job, and I've been working throughout. However, there was only a time when I actually got divorced and I was responsible for my son that I took a job seriously. I mean, for me it was just an add-on to my husband. My husband's working, I'm adding to his income, I'm also working. I never took it as a career move, I never took it seriously. It was when I was responsible for my son and myself, then I had to, you know, take a job and a career seriously, and that's when it became mandatory for me to work. However, even then, I did get remarried, and when I got remarried, I made it very clear to my husband that you're responsible for your kids, I'm responsible for myself and my kids. So there will be no, you know, I have my will for my kid and you have your will for your kids. So there's not going to be no overlap in all this. So I had to continue working, and I took the bold decision to start out on my own. So even though at that time there would be a huge drop in my income, I said, well, now I'm married, so a little bit of taking care of can be done. But however, there would be a drop, but I've never regretted that decision. I have a passion for, I mean, it's more, I don't do so much of financial planning, I do more of wealth management, and I really have a passion for it. And most of my clients do say I'm a little bit conservative and my style is a little boring. But I do believe that investing should be boring and should not be exciting. And if it is exciting, you're doing something wrong. So my wealth, I mean, my clients' wealth is growing steadily and slowly, and I'm happy in what I'm doing.
Great, excellent. Brunda, would you want to add to it in terms of how you're younger than us here? So, from the point of view of...
I couldn't get you.
No, I'm just saying that, is there a story of yours that you would like to share in terms of your work, you know, as a woman stepping out of the house and working? Were there challenges, were there issues? Would you want to talk about it?
Frankly speaking, I really never had this kind of situation. Of course, the family I belong to, I have Means I had all ladies working. My mother was working, most of my aunts were working. So I belong to a family where women were working and
whole
women
role
are
model
working
thing we were
still.
talking
So
about
for
earlier.
me, working was not new. Rather, if I would have chosen to be a housewife, yes, it would have surprised me as well as my family members. But of course, maybe it's a confession or whatever, or just what was told in my introduction, that I do to means I work to enjoy. With God's grace, I really don't have to run behind to earn money to support the family and all. So that is not my main constraint. So I work to enjoy, and of course I have got success because I'm enjoying it. That's all.
Great, excellent. How about you, Tara? What is your story?
In fact, even I came into professional life out of some compulsions in life. But I had a very, very comfortable childhood where my parents were very, very forward and very liberal. So I never experienced, even those times when we were young, in family and all, there were issues like women are being discriminated, this, that. But I have never experienced that. But yeah, but once I started working, there were a lot of issues. I started my career into journalism. I was into 24 years, I was into that. And I have noticed that, my timings were very long timings and all. So it's a joint family. So you have to compensate it. So again, you have to slog it on the family front for a longer time. But I was enjoying my work so much that I continued for 24 years. And after that, one very good thing happened to me, that Mrs. Kokilaben Ambani wanted to write a book on Dhirubhai Ambani. And she wanted somebody to assist her in that job. So I was chosen. And I had a fantastic time, having the insight into Dhirubhai's life. And I'm so pleased to share this with all of you, that the way Dhirubhai has encouraged Kokilaben to take interest in everything. She was a party to all the meetings, even official meetings she was there. And she was literally being inducted by Dhirubhai to take interest in all the various fields. Today when you see her, you find that she's such an elite person. So I think a man behind every woman. So it's quite an encouragement for all these people. And in my case also, my people have stood besides me. So all the difficulties I have taken into my state, and I thoroughly enjoy today.
Great. So it turns out that there's really nothing that stops, as we speak, that nothing that stops women from taking on a profession of choice, seeking the support that they want, or doing the job in the way they like to, and taking charge of it. The blocks seem to be more mental and in the mind, rather than real obstacles and real challenges on the ground, at least as far as the finance and the finance advisory profession is concerned. There are professions which are more demanding in terms of time commitment, etc. So here I would think that, I do not know how the MDRT will look like 10 years from today, but it will be a nice thing when we have a hall somewhat balanced between men and women, and that we don't have only men,
Just to say,
more and more
Uma.
women would come in.
Yeah, Uma, even I would like you to share your interest, your experience also.
Okay, for me, it is, I think my mother was working, my mother-in-law was working, so there was no question of not working. Staying at home was not a choice at all. You had to go out and do something. And I come from a very simple middle-class family. My father was in the railway, so we're very simple. So there was an economic imperative to go to work. Both the husband and wife had to earn to be able to. When we set up home, I think we had 6 boxes, 5 of them had my books. And the 6th one had an alarm clock and an iron box. That's how we started. So that's all there was. So there was no question of whether I wanted to work. I had to work. Okay, so that's how it was. But the thing was that I think everything was fine till you have a child. I really believe that women thinking that they will have to be the man or work like men, I believe is a wrong approach. I've always been the only woman in wherever I have worked. My colleagues have all been men. I've had no problems of any kind. All of them, men were extremely encouraging and nice to me. But what I did find was that being myself has helped me a lot, always. Not like trying to be somebody else. I would get up in the middle of a meeting and say, my child has come back from school and I have to go. At 4 o'clock I'm out. So it became very it was very tough. My biggest challenge was to be able to manage home and work, and I have always made a career choice that helped me manage home. I did not want to be a successful career woman who had no time for the child. That was not a choice I was able to make. So all the career choices I made always included the children, because I firmly believe that it's difficult to kind of take those choices. I respect women who make those choices. I have no judgment. But my own personal experience has been to try my best to balance the two. There are times when I have not been able to do, and that is where I think Vrinda's point is very important. My job involves a lot of traveling. If my mother-in-law were not there to take care of my children, I wouldn't be the career woman I am today. She was always there to take care of the children, to manage the house, to encourage me to go to work. The same thing is true of my parents too. My parents would come in when I had longer projects for which I had to be away for... there was a time when UTI sent me away to the US for a month, and my parents were there to take care of the children when I was away. So I think, and of course the man. You need, my husband will come in front of a crowd like this and he will say, I am the Shashikant in Uma Shashikant.
Exactly, that's wonderful.
So he's very happy to be known as Uma's husband. So it's very important, though he's a very highly qualified professional in his own right. It's very important that you have your family with you. So I don't think, I enjoy what I do, and I think that's true for all of us.
Uma, I'm very happy to, and it's so good that you made it public, because nowadays women, they are, they're ashamed of talking about their wife, their responsibility as a wife or a mother or as a homemaker. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You can be equal, you can adapt and you can equally excel in both the fields. And women are made that way, they are more capable.
I think it's a personal choice. I would not generalize it. For me, it was very important to be there for my in-laws, my parents, and my children, and also have a career. I am not very easily contented. So I think I want to always do more.
Exactly.
So, and I have been fortunate. I have enough to be grateful. I'm fortunate that I have extremely supportive family members and colleagues. And people who are sitting here.
Yeah.
Who will find me rushing in from... There are organizers of conferences who will be wondering whether I will come in the morning because I'm taking the early morning flight. They will say, why did you come the previous day? I would say, no, I can't. So everybody has been nice to me. So that's how it has happened. Yeah? All right, so that's enough. That's a lot about me. Now, we will ask the audience for any questions that they may have. Are there any questions? Are there any points? Anything that you want to add? Because financial advisory is not likely to become like nursing, where women dominate, or like teaching, as Brinda was pointing out. But I do believe there is a very good case. There is nothing that really, in my view, there's nothing that really stops a woman from being in this profession, because it is well-paying, it gives you identity, it's flexible, it trades on your strength, as the successful women have told us. It doesn't seem to be affecting the family as much, and it seems to be a big thing. So I would think that more and more women should come. But if the audience has a question, we are happy to take that. Yes.
मेरा क्वेश्चन बड़ा सिंपल है. एज ए वुमेन, जब आप अपने कैरियर में आगे बढ़ती है, काम में आगे जाती है, तो एक जो जनरल परसेप्शन लोगों के दिमाग में रहता है, सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द वुमेन, क्या आप लोग ने जब अपना कैरियर परस्यू किया तो आप लोग के अपने दिमाग में ये डर या ये था, और अगर था तो इसको आपने कैसे कोप किया?
कोई डरने की बात नहीं है. I have come back at 2 o'clock in the night at Bombay airport and taken a taxi alone and come home. डर तो दिमाग में होता है. There's nothing to be scared of. I have had no experience of any bad experience to be worried about. As I told you earlier, I do believe that yes, as a society we have a lot to work towards making the place much more safer for women. And I believe that safety will come only when more and more women come out. कभी-कभी हमारी सोच जो है वो बड़ा कंजर्वेटिव हो जाता है कि आप बाहर मत जाइएगा, बाहर बहुत अनसेफ है. अगर महिला नहीं बाहर निकलेगी तो So how will the outside world be safe? As more and more women come out, it will become more and more safe for women to come out. So I do believe that we can together make the world a safer place. But women should take back the public space.
I used to have, I had a client once saying that, don't you feel scared going into strangers' houses? That you don't know the person and you're just going there and meeting the family I don't know if the wife is going to be there, you don't know if the other family member. I said I've never had a problem. Invariably the family, the wife and the family is all involved, but I've never ever faced a problem in actually going out and meeting people who I don't know in their houses for the first time. So I've never faced any problems whatsoever.
In my case, never ever done a cold call. All my clients till to date are based only on referrals and introductions. Now when that happens, your reputation already precedes you, how you carry yourself, and the families that you are going into for, improving their financial health or taking care of their financial health. So these are not families where you're, are into any sort of, what should I say? Yeah, hanky-panky.
No, but then the world is...
Not as a career as such, but I will just, as a guideline or something, I will look at this matter from the view of emotional intelligence kind of a thing, that I feel everyone should be emotionally intelligent. Of course, the topic is different, but in this case, I will say what is important is the acceptance, and there are positive and negative emotions. Okay? So, see, if you are going out, you are going to face some kind of